everyone. Thought I'd start this with a lovely summery flower. No, it's not really, it's a picture on my wall. Massive picture on my wall. Anybody that doesn't know on this channel, it's just a photograph I took of a plant that my mum used to have when she died. I inherited it and I loved it, and I took a picture of it in the rain, and we had it blown up to that size. If you're going to have one, have a big one, as I've said on my other channel. Right, I'm going to show you, because it's been requested, my setup, which is not really much of a setup. It's a definite beginner's setup, but this is what we're working with. So as you can see, I'm in the dining room or dining kitchen, and this is all I have. All my nail stuff is here, and this is where I work. So my table looks a bit strange like this because it's a middle section of the dining table, and I've had to pull it out because I have to have a clip, something that clips on. So I need my hand, which has a screw clasp that needs to fit on, and I also have my ring light with phone holder on for doing my videos, and my table is deep under there, look, so I can't clip anything on because that only sticks out because I've pulled it out. So I can clip one onto this end, and then that leaves a gap in the middle, and I can clip my ring light onto that one then. No visitors or anything is there at the minute, so it doesn't really matter. So I pull that back and just push it over when I want to do it. I can't put it back together each time because it hurts me. I can't do the clips. One bugbear I've got is this. Sorry, this is all going to be a bit wobbly. I've got to have this sort of bucket of stuff down here for things that won't fit in my drawers. So I've got my pads, towel, big extension lead because of the amount of things that you have to stick in it, and then there's my lamp and extractor fan, and other sundry bits in the bottom, you know, extra masks and stuff. This is the first unit that I've got. I've got to try and sit down now. It's just, it'd be lovely to have a dedicated space, but this is it. So I've got these, which they come individual. I think they were from, where did I get these from? Oh God, I've had them that long, but I should have a look in your Wilkinsons and what do you call them in America? Sally's and stuff, places like that. They're just plastic, but they've been great drawers. I've used them so much for my cake stuff, and I got sick of everything being on the table, so I went and pinched them yesterday and put all my cake stuff in a cupboard. Top one is my brushes, and none of these are very expensive. The only ones I've really paid up for are Neo, and I've got a Neo Fine Art, you know, the lining brush. I've got a 3D brush, and I've got their acrylic brush. Rest of them are, they've either come in sets or I've got them cheaper on eBay. So that's all brushes, including the nail brush there. Next one, what I'm called tools drawer. So I've got my mini lamp, dampen dish, little palette, brush holder, the lovely scissors from Wow Bow. Yeah, any tools, clippers, things like that, and just a spare wire for that lamp. Next, files. I've put in what I've got that I've started using, and any that I've not used as yet, new ones, for if I ever get around to doing anybody else, are in the bottom. Of course, all this stuff is for my use and practice at the minute, so that's fine. I need more buffers. I've got one. And that's a sponge. Bubby says it's a magic eraser. I've never tried it, but I thought it might be handy for sponges. Cloths or wipes. Push that up. Right, this one is all the bottles, which is primers, top coat, base coat, primer, dehydrator, rubbing alcohol. Oh, and there's some dipping stuff at the back, which I think I got from Wish. This one, foils, paper foils and drill bits. So, and bits of foil left over from last time I soaked off. Right, all my nail polishes are here, apart from the Beetles, which are, I'll show you those in a sec. That's the blue velvet ones. I've got some Neo, but not many, and they're fantastic. And the others are the cheaper ones, so all my polishes are in there. Like I say, apart from the Beetles. And then the bottom one's a bit of a sundry thing. I've just started it with painting gels, which I've got from your Yogi and Bone Pretty. Painting gels in there and a little bit more space, which is great. So I've put these glitters in, but I'll show you those in another video. I'm going to try not to spin you while I stand up. Yeah. Right. Sorry if it's a bit wobbly. Now, on top of here, that I just shoved on there last night. That's a flower in the making for a video. The only thing I don't like is I've got to have these on the top because I don't want to shove these. I don't want to shove this away. Because I'm putting all my bits away and everything every time. So I've just unplugged it from the mains, which is in the tub, and put it on here. And these bottles, once they're opened, I don't really want to lay them down, but they don't fit in any of my drawers. So just my acetones and slip solutions, any liquids that go with it. I've left my Beetles on here because I love the packaging, and they may as well stay tucked away out of the light in there. No space in that drawer now for all that lot anyway, so that's that. I might find a different home for them yet. This is my jar I use for the anything that gets covered in liquids. I put that on the table and I use that. I can't remember if it was Cassie, but somebody asked me if they hold the smell of the monomer in. And I think they do to a certain extent, but the main thing is that instead of just rolling it up and throwing it in the bin, I fold it so it's all sort of encompassed in the plastic, and then I've got a jar with the top on. You could get a desk bin, but of course it can't evaporate the monomer anymore, so it holds the smell in that way, I think. So it helps me. So do you want to look through my drawers? Drawers in England is an old-fashioned name for your pants, or your knickers, should I say, if you... So, yeah, we'll have a look through my drawers. These are all Neo in the top. Now, I wanted to split them into brands, so that they work well together, obviously, if they're the same brand, and it gives me a better vision of what I've got. If I decide I want to put another order in, I'm not going to double up then, because I forget what colours I've got. So I've just got the bigger ones in the Mega and the Crystal Clear. I've not bought any of those that are particularly tiny jars. I mean, these are 12 grams. Yeah. What else do they do? I think it's 12, 35 and 65. 12, 33 and 65 grams. So that one's over an ounce. So that's Neo. next one is Saviland. So front ones are Saviland. These were from a set. These are from separate sets of 3. I've got 2 Wow Bow, and then the rest are model ones. And I've got a couple of dip powders in the back that's left over from trying it. God knows, well, I was going to go dip powder, but I've not fell in love with it. So that's Saviland and others. Now gels. So these are all the sort of polygel, acrygel, whatever you want to call it. What's in the back of there? Oh, I don't know why that's there. The only thing with these, they're only plastic and they do rub against the metal, but I think my daughter bought it me for Mother's Day because I'd got it on my Amazon wish list. And this set has got all different coloured drawers, which I really liked, and it cost about £5 more. I think it were about 42 for this one, and you can get one that's got all one colour drawer for about 35, I think. But I'll find it and put a link below if you fancy it. Easy to put together as well. Now, glitters, favourite drawer, this one. Oh, I'll show you the things at the back. Like I said, they're for another video there. It's all about glitter and powders. But the rest of them, I've got these, which, did I get them from Neo, I think? I think so. I've got all of these I've shown you in the video. So I've got Nail Sugar, the ones from eBay, from MVs, should I say. Nail Sugar, and then these beauties from Sparkle Splash UK. I'll have to go down on the floor. Oh, my knees, my back. Oh. These are dip powders, which I've not done a video on yet, and bits and bobs. It's just bits and bobs in there. So, see, I've still got some space for stuff. This is the box that the Sparkle Supplies came in. Foils. Got quite a few foils. I hoped they would go in sideways, but they don't. I don't think it'll close with them sideways. No. No, it won't go in sideways. So that's all the foils. Oh, ow. Oh. These are other bits and bobs so far. Stamping, not done anything on yet. And then others, these are like stickers and stuff, and striping tapes. This is that little set, or some of that in there is that little set I got from Amazon. And then the bottom two are just nail tips. I've got practice ones, I've got my little tips that I keep practicing on in the bag. My swatch sticks. So these are for practicing and swatching. And then in here I've got all the tips like stiletto and you know, like a foam tip, stiletto, C-curve, they call it coffin, yeah, coffin, and these that fit into my practice hand. So these are the ones, you know, I said to you that these that came with it don't stay in very well. Well, these are the ones I got from Amazon. 18 nails. I've got the buff, the white and the clear. And yeah, they're the ones that I do find staying better. Still get some ones that are falling off, but not all the time like with the brown ones. So there, that is what, oh, I'll put my glitter back. That is what would be loosely called my setup. thing set up is this is where I sit. This is where I sit here. I've got view of the garden. I have my iPad shoved up there so I can watch all your whoever's doing lovely videos on there while I'm just practicing. Coffee. I keep my hand on there, and then my ring light under there, and get out what I want now, because this table was for weeks covered in stuff, and it must have been driving my husband crackers, and he never said anything, bless him. Never said anything, but I was sick of seeing it as well. Yeah. So it's now all in my drawers, and it's handy because I sit here and I'll just pull out when I want something. That side, right, spinning. Don't feel sick, spinning. Right back, and then I've got my drawers this side, and it's on wheels, so I can turn it to me. And get out whatever I want. So that is the extent of it. Yeah, a definite beginner's workshop, that. And the kitchen, which I'm not going to show you because it's messy. Right, thank you ever so much for watching. Love you loads. Take care. Till next time. Bye.